where she was just in bed all day. She didn't want to get up, or she would sleep in and not get up till later on. And now she's just like, I mean, she's just like the life and soul of the party, really. You know, she's up every day, she wants to join in things. She's actually, her and Maureen are really good friends, so they have a good banter and get on really well together. She's not as confused as she used to be. She can hold a conversation.
Yeah.
You were at home and you'd been on the kitchen floor for 3 hours when you were found. You couldn't get back up off the floor.
I couldn't get back up then.
You were in hospital for about a month after that.
I thought I was knackered altogether.
Oh, yeah.
But then the legs come back to life.
Anticholinergic medicines, they block a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. Now, acetylcholine, we need it to remember and learn things. So if we're going to take a medicine that's going to block it, sometimes, particularly in frail and older people, people will start to feel that their cognitive function will decline a little. And because of that, they may start to feel a bit forgetful, they may feel a bit dizzy. Some people could end up with delirium, and it will increase their risk of falling because of confusion. The other side effects of these medicines may cause peripheral nervous system side effects, which are dry skin, dry eyes and a dry mouth, and that could be significant for somebody living with dementia who can't tell us how they feel. It could cause dry eye disease, visual disturbance, again increasing their risk of falling. And food is really important. We all need a wonderful relationship with food, and if you can't taste your food, you've no quality of life. And we're honoured and privileged to say that that was the case in a lovely care home where we did reduce some anticholinergic medicines, and the gentleman was able to taste his food again, and that improved his quality of life significantly. The types of medicine groups that we tend to talk about are first generation antihistamines, drugs that we call bladder medicines that work on our bladders for overactive bladder. They're called antimuscarinics, and sometimes it could be medicines that we use not so much now in depression, but the first generation tricyclic antidepressants. They are hugely anticholinergic with a score of 3, and you will often more likely see side effects from those medicines, and there are alternatives, so that's what we want to see.
Basically a score, so we would write down everybody's medication, and each medication will be given a score. So anybody who scores 3 or higher needs to have a medication review with the GP, because of these potential medications are high risk from creating dizziness, higher risk of falls. It can accelerate dementia. So quite a lot of our residents did score over 3. So then what we did is we did a review. We spoke to the GP and said, look, the ACB scores over 3, we really need to have a look at the medication. And the doctors were really on board with it. So that's what we did. So in January we assessed all our residents within Middlesbrough Grange, and there was quite a few who was above 3. So they've all had their medications reviewed.